Just going to wait for it to fill up a little bit. All right. Boom. Oh, you know what? Here's my banner. Home hit workout coming this week. So, first of all, I filmed a home high-intensity training workout this week, and I'm still putting it together, but I'm going to be selling that by the end of the week. And so a lot of people like to train at home, I'm starting to realize, and I'm getting a lot of questions about how to train effectively at home, what exercises to do. So what I did was I put together a workout, a home workout that requires very minimal equipment that will give you a hell of a workout at home. I actually recording it, filming it, kicked my ass, believe it or not. And I was actually kind of surprised. Yeah, real tough, good at-home high-intensity training workout. All the demonstrations. So basically, it's gonna, you email me or message me on Instagram when it drops. My Instagram is _J_Vincent. I'm gonna be promoting my at-home high-intensity training workout there. You email me, and I'll send you a private email with the workout. And the workout's gonna have links, private YouTube links, with all the demonstrations of all the exercises. It's going to have a couple of other videos explaining concepts like volume and frequency, speed of movement, intensity, all those things. So it's going to be a full at-home video workout that you can just order from me. So a lot of you training at home, all you're really going to need is a set of dumbbells, maybe from 5 to 25, maybe 30 pounds. It's really, you know, a couple of sets of dumbbells, really, and a lot of body weight exercises and high intensity exercise you can do with those dumbbells. So keep a lookout for that workout. That's coming this week. And if you do this workout properly, you really don't need to set foot in a gym, because, you know, just filming this workout, and keep in mind, in this workout, I wasn't even going to failure during the demonstrations. I was getting close, but, you know, I had to consider my recovery too. So I wasn't even going to failure in this at-home workout that I filmed, kicked my ass. So be on the lookout for that. I'll do another live stream when I drop it and give you links to get it. But for now, I'm going to be taking questions. If you can, kind of center them around at-home workouts. I'll answer other stuff, but please don't ask me a question like, how many times should I work out in a week? Like, just don't ask me that. Why? Like, if you don't know by now, watch the old live streams. It's just like, some good questions would be appreciated. What else? Oh yeah, these guys. Oh, these supplements are coming out in 2 weeks. Male Vitality supplements. There's a lot of stuff that is lacking in your diet for just optimal overall health. I'm putting it all in this. So this is a combination of supplements I've taken for the past 7 or 8 years or so. Not like bodybuilding supplements, more like vitamins. Creatine, vasodilators, amino acids, B vitamins, all those things that are good for energy and just overall health and vitality. They're all going in this. So be on the lookout for this too. They're going to be dropping. These are gummies. They're gummy supplements. So you just take like 1 to 3 of them a day, depending on your weight. It's going to give you a lot of micronutrients that you're almost certainly not getting through your diet. Keep in mind, a lot of the bodybuilding supplements are trash, bullshit, nonsense. This is not a bodybuilding supplement. This is a combination of things you should be taking for your health. And I know a lot of you aren't. So I made it easy for you. Take what I take. It comes in a gummy. Let's see. What else? That's it for now. Ebook is coming eventually. Still chipping away at that, but I got a million other things going on. Couple of courses I'm working on, putting together. It's just, the ebook's coming along, so stay tuned. All right, I'm going to go through the questions in order. If you want to answer it first, drop me a super chat and I will answer it first. That's the purpose of the super chat, really. So let's see. All right. These semen retention questions, I don't know. I think that's absolute fucking stupid bullshit. Like, you don't need to be an you don't want to be an incel. Come on. That's ridiculous. There's no physiological or psychological benefit to it. You're just holding semen. Like, it's got, believe it or not, actually, sexual activity increases testosterone. So semen retention would have the opposite effect of what you're looking for. That's just off the top of my head. I've not looked into this because it's so fucking stupid. I'm not going to waste my time looking into this fucking semen retention shit. Part of my language is just how I talk. If you don't like it, I don't care. But no, there's not. I doubt it. I think semen retention is just an excuse for incels and why they're not getting laid. That's just it's probably it, honestly. Believe it or not, there are a lot of men out there like that. Oh, and if you are an individual who is having trouble in your dating life, you need to join my friend John Anthony Lifestyle. He is in the dating space what I am in the exercise space. John Anthony is the best dating coach on the planet. Okay, so a lot of people have. I'm just looking for his link. A lot of people have trouble in dating. A lot of my audience is men. Let's be real. A lot of you guys have trouble with dating. So, if you are one of these men, join John Anthony's course. I'm gonna have it scroll at the bottom here, and he'll help you with that. I help you with exercise. JohnAnthonyLifestyle.com. He's the most legit dating coach out there. One of them. A friend of mine, John Bulldog Mindset. He's excellent too. Look him up as well. John Bulldog Mindset. These are great dudes. Help you out too, because a lot of you are trying to get in shape. I mean, I'm looking at the questions. Most of you are men. There's very few women. Most of you are men, and let's be real. You're looking to get in shape to be more attractive to women. Probably. And if not, that's 80 to 90% of it. So if you want to get better with women, JohnAnthonyLifestyle.com. Hit that guy up. He knows his shit. All right. So, Guy Without a Gym, what is the best body weight workout sequence? This is coming out this week. I have an entire home workout, high-intensity training style coming out for purchase this week. You'll need a dumbbell for a handful of the exercises, but you can also do these exercises without the dumbbell. I'm also going to include time static contraction versions of these exercises in case you don't have a dumbbell. So this workout is going to have, workouts with dumbbells, without dumbbells, time static contraction, isometric contraction, everything. So be on the lookout for this. This is coming out this week. I'm just editing the videos and putting it together and uploading all the videos. So again, like a question like this, I can't give you a full workout recommendation. There's way too much other information I need to know. So buy my home workout program and you're going to know everything you need to know. It's all right there. Three upper body workouts a week, too much if I'm not training lower body at all. Yeah. Why are you not training lower body? If you're not training lower body, you're going to develop not only an aesthetic imbalance, but a ridiculous strength imbalance, and you're going to feel and look stupid. Train lower body. You got to keep in mind, frequency of exercise makes very little difference. And the research has shown whether you train 3 times a week, 2 times a week, or even 1 time a week, the difference in results is negligible. There's almost no difference. There's really no difference in training 2 times a week or 3 times a week. So you guys are very conditioned trying to jam as many workouts into a week as possible, thinking that that's going to get you to your results faster. Well, guess what? It's not. You want as few workouts per week as possible to get the desired result and the desired stimulation. All right. And 2 is fine. And if you're training real friggin' hard, 1 is fine. Guys, I work out every 4th day. Like I essentially don't work out. I barely go. And it took me until the time I noticed that less is more when my body actually started to respond. So there are periods of time, probably a couple months ago, I was going a little too frequently, every 3rd day. Every 3rd day. A couple times I even tried every other day. And I shrunk. And then I stopped. I didn't do anything for 5 or 6 days. Boom, blew right up. So keep in mind, more workouts per week is not better. 1, 2, or 3, if everything's done to failure, it pretty much all has the same result. It sounds crazy, but I didn't make this shit up. They did the research. Everything I talk about is based off of research, not based off of my opinion. All right, this too. My at-home high-intensity training workout is coming out this week. Be on the lookout for it. I'm going to post it on YouTube. I'm going to post links to get it. I can't give you a full body, I can't verbally explain a full body workout. Please, guys, don't ask me to explain an entire workout to you. That's fucking ridiculous. That's unfair to everybody else who has questions. If you want full workouts, join the Patreon. Link is right there. Join the Patreon. I upload full workouts there. Hire me for coaching. biofitny@gmail.com, or just message me wherever for private coaching, or buy my at-home workout guide. Band pull-aparts, substitute vertical exercises. All right. Can band pull-aparts? I don't know. Can you embellish a little more on what that is? Vertical pull? I don't know what that is. Give me a little more detail on that. I've never heard of a band pull-apart. Do you approach girls in the gym? No. That is a terrible place to approach girls. Generally, girls in the gym want to be left the fuck alone. If anything, I would never approach a girl on the gym floor, maybe like in the lobby or something. If I mean, I don't know why I'm giving you this advice, but if you ever saw a girl like looking at you, she's probably interested. Talk to her in the lobby or something. But no, do not approach a girl on the gym floor. That is, you're just shooting yourself in the damn foot. Girls don't want to be talked to in the gym. Girls want to go in the gym to get away from people, unwind. All right, let's see. Like to go to the gym often. Is a higher split okay? Is example 3. Yeah, it's probably okay. But it might limit you for optimal results. Again, it depends on your ability to adapt and recover and how hard you're training in each workout. So, if you train every other day, for most people, training hard, it's going to be too much. You just got to watch your body. If it's been 3 months and 2 months and you haven't seen a single improvement, then you got to cut back. You can train a 3-way split, just keep the volume really low. Do you have a treadmill? No, a treadmill is a complete, utter waste of time and money. Absolutely not. I actually put an elliptical in the front of one of my studios just to make it look more like a traditional gym, and it wasn't even plugged in. Nobody used it. By the way, if you guys want a good drink, that is light Gatorade with electrolytes and stuff, try this Body Armor stuff. I've been drinking a lot of this lately. Gatorade's got too much sugar. This is Body Armor Light. It's got no sugar in it, but I like this. It's coconut water, electrolytes, antioxidants, B vitamins. It's actually a lot of the shit that's in here in a drink. So if you guys want like a drink during your workout, I like this stuff. You want to keep the sugar low. Believe it or not, I used to drink a ton of Gatorade, and there's so much sugar in it, it really fucked my teeth up. So Body Armor Light, good stuff. If you guys are looking for a drink. Yeah, get the light. Don't get all the sugar. It's gross. Oops. Let's see. All right. If I exceed my calories one day, then reduce them by the same amount the next day, would the calories even out, or the body start building fat immediately on the first day? Well, yeah. Here's the thing, Ace, don't. Yeah, you're with extra calories, your body has to put them somewhere. It doesn't like leave them in your body and then maybe later start putting them into fat cells. If there's too much glucose in the bloodstream that the body can use, it's going to body fat, like immediately. You're not going to notice a huge weight gain immediately, not in 12 hours or 24 hours, but it is immediately going into body fat. I mean, yeah, if you exceed your calories one day, it'd probably be a better idea to eat less the next day. But, if you think you're going to hit the exact same amount, you're not. It's an estimate. If you're like, oh, I exceeded 500 calories on Monday, so I'm going to eat 500 calories less on Tuesday. Dude, it's going to be more like 600, 700, 800 calories. It's not going to be 500. I wouldn't play that gamble. That's a lot of mental masturbation. There's no reason to even, think about all that stuff. It's just, think of 80-20 rule. Eat the way you're supposed to 80% of the time. 20% of the time, eat how you want. And for the most part, that's enough. Do you ever feel a bit sick after workouts? I'm starting to feel a little under the weather a day, sometimes even 2 days after. Oh, see, you're overtraining. This is an indication of overtraining. When you start to feel almost flu-like symptoms, and you haven't actually gotten the flu, this is an indication of overtraining. What I recommend you do is take an entire week off. Don't do a damn thing. And then, after 1 week of complete rest, reduce the volume of each of your workouts. Not the frequency. Keep the frequency. Take a couple of exercises out of each of your workouts. You're overtraining, and that's why you're feeling like this. If you're feeling, run down, lethargic, people always ask me, how do I know if I'm recovered? Well, you don't know if you're recovered, but you know if you're not recovered, and this is how you know you're not recovered. Can I do shoulder press and lateral raises on the same day? Yes, you can. You can do whatever the hell you want, but will it have any sort of effect? on the improvement of your shoulders? No. If you did overhead press to failure along with lateral raise to failure, it would make no difference compared to just doing one of the two. Sorry, it's just how it is. Just do, you know what I do? I switch them. So all right, say you're doing two full body workouts a week. Let's say Monday and Thursday. On Monday, do the overhead press. On Thursday, do the lateral raise. Just switch them around. If you're training to failure effectively, doing more exercises per muscle group is going to use up more of the body's recovery resources, which it needs to make the adaptation, with no additional stimulation. The best way I heard it described is, I think, who said it? Ellington Darden or Arthur Jones. He said it's like hitting a fly with a fly swatter, then shooting it with a machine gun, and then shooting it with a bazooka. Like, you got it the first time. You got the fly the first time with the fly swatter. Shooting it with a machine gun didn't make the fly any more dead. And shooting it with a bazooka didn't make the fly any more dead. So additional exercises are like continuing to kill the already dead fly. You're just going to do more damage. Like, the machine gun is going to damage the floor. The bazooka is really going to damage the floor. Additional exercises for a muscle group when you already took that muscle group to failure is disadvantageous. Identify the muscle group, fatigue it to failure, and then wait. Another good analogy was, Mike Mentzer said it. Doing additional sets or additional exercises for the muscle group. It's like pushing the button on an elevator and then pushing it a bunch of times expecting it to get there faster. It's not. It's going to get there at its own rate. So doing an overhead press and then a shoulder raise and then another shoulder exercise is just like pushing the elevator button and then pushing it 2 more times thinking the elevators are going to move quicker. It's not. The overhead press already stimulated. Now you wait for the body to do what it needs to do. You got to remember, you're not as in control of this whole process as you think you are. Your job is to fatigue and stress the body and stimulate it, and then wait for everything to repair. Is Chipotle a healthy diet? No. No fast food. No way. For some people, like personally, I could eat Chipotle every friggin' day and I would still be ripped. But for people with average or below average physiques, you cannot expect to incorporate Chipotle regularly in your diet and achieve an impressive physique. That's fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry. The infomercials lied to you. You can't eat whatever you want and still look good. Most of you. That's why you're here. All right. When's the home program dropping? That's coming this week. Just, keep a look at it on social media, YouTube, whatever. I'm gonna make it available, and it's gonna have a bunch of exercises, couple different workouts for you to do at home. Some requiring dumbbells, some time static contraction. Just very minimal equipment. And like I said, when I was filming this home workout thing, it kicked my fucking ass. Like, it was rough. I did a bunch of the exercises, just demonstrating them. And, I had to break it up. I couldn't do them all. How do you get back to training after being sick? Do you transition in a progressive way? It's funny. I just had bronchitis, a chest infection. Jeez. Going on like 3 weeks now. I feel good. It's just a little bit of coughing. But there were 2 weeks where I was not good. Obviously didn't train at all. I waited until I felt better. I took antibiotics and it went away like pretty much immediately when I took the antibiotics. But then I still gave it another few days. So I took the antibiotics. By day 3 on the antibiotics, no more aches, no more pains, no more lethargic shit, less coughing. But then I gave it another 2 days. And then I went to the gym and I only did about 3 or 4 exercises, not to failure. So the answer to your question is, I would not, after being sick, especially with like a bacterial infection, like a chest infection like I had that really knocks your ass out, that you need antibiotics for, I would not go right back into a high intensity workout. I would do go in, do a couple of exercises, not to failure, pretty lightweight, because I'll tell you, My joints hurt, my bones kind of hurt. Everything was still kind of achy, even though I was better. So you don't want to go in there and crush yourself right off the bat. You really want to take your time. You're not going to lose much. Even if you do lose anything while you're sick, you're going to get it back instantly. So don't be afraid of losing some. And a lot of you think you lose a lot of muscle when you're sick. You really don't. What you lose is glycogen and you become dehydrated. So for any of the new people, some of the, dating questions came up. Check out my buddy John Anthony at johnanthonylifestyle.com. He's the best dating coach in the game. I'm the best exercise guy in the game. He's the best dating guy in the game. And that's why we're friends, because we are no bullshit. So if you guys want dating help, women help, use this program. It's good. Let's see. All right, here we go. Never used supplements before. Do you have a top 3 that I can start with, weight loss and recovery related? Yeah, mine. So I've got this coming out first, Men's Vitality. This is mostly to support metabolism and energy, and it has vasodilators, so you get your blood moving a lot better and shuttle those micronutrients into your cells. So this is just something you take every day, like creatine. This has creatine in it too. But I'm also coming out with 3 others. I'm coming out with one that helps you sleep, one that reduces anxiety, and one just an energy alone supplement. B vitamins, caffeine, a couple other things. Kind of like a pre-workout thing. All gummies. So there are no supplements really that drastically affect weight loss. There are medications like epinephrine, but there are no supplements that speed up weight loss. Well, CLA, conjugated linoleic acid, seems to have a fair amount of research behind it, but you need to be in a calorie deficit. CLA, conjugated linoleic acid, I'm going to put this in the banner because this is really the only weight loss assistant there is. CLA supplement. So CLA, conjugated linoleic acid, seems to be the only supplement that will help mobilize fat out of. So basically, the conjugated linoleic acid helps pull the triglycerides out of the fat cell. But you need to be in a calorie deficit. You need to be in an energy balance. You can't just eat the way you're eating now, take CLA, and expect to lose weight. No. You have to be in a calorie deficit, and the CLA will help assist pulling triglycerides out more effectively. That's the only thing really, other than stimulants like amphetamines or something, that help with weight loss. You have to be in a diet. There are no supplements that help with recovery because recovery happens when you sleep. So pretty much anything that can help you stay calm and relaxed and sleep well is going to optimize recovery. You can't take a chemical or a pill that speeds up recovery. You need to make sure you are sleeping well and that you are reducing overall stress in your environment, psychological stress, emotional stress, physical stress. If you remove or keep those as low as possible and sleep well, you're going to optimize recovery. You can't have super recovery by taking some stupid supplement. You need to just sleep well and stay relaxed. So things that help you sleep well, melatonin. What else is there? There's a couple other things out there. I know melatonin's one of them. There are also a lot of natural supplements that help reduce anxiety and stress. Creatine's one of them. But I've actually got a supplement coming out for reducing stress and one for helping you sleep. So the one that helps you sleep is going to have melatonin, a couple other things in it. And then the one that helps reduce anxiety, just a bunch of natural things that increase serotonin production in the gut. And serotonin is that make you feel good neurotransmitter that helps reduce anxiety. So that's what I have to say about that. So recovery, there's really nothing you can take to speed it up. You can do some things to optimize it, but you can't speed it up past optimal. It's a mouthful. All right, got a zillion questions here. If you guys want yours answered first, drop a super chat and I'll answer it right away. Otherwise, I'm going in order. Yeah, no, you don't want to go to failure, but doing nothing at all won't be counterproductive. It might not be productive, but it's not going to be counterproductive if you're better. If you're sick and you go to a workout, it's going to be counterproductive. Whether or not you go to failure doesn't matter. But doing a couple easier workouts after being sick is a good idea. Or you could literally just wait. You know, you could get better, literally wait a week or two till you feel absolutely 100%. And then just do a full workout right to failure. But a lot of you are not going to want to wait that long. So that's why I said just do a couple that are not that tough. Handle, pulling, squat. I don't know. Again, I'm answering some of the questions. I'm going to skip over a couple of questions because I've answered them so much. My fucking eyeballs are about to pop out, so I'm just going to skip them. You know, if it's a general question, you could just go through my content and find the answer. Like one question says full body or split routine. Join the Patreon and go through my YouTube. You'll find the answer to that one. You know, some of those. Before I say those are alike, keep in mind I'm average strength. Oh, okay. Only have 2 30-pound dumbbells at home. Before I say those are light, keep in mind I'm average strength. What exercise do you recommend? All right. Well, I can't recommend. Again, I'm not going to give you a whole list of exercises right now. That's for my home workout program that's coming out this week. But 2 30-pound dumbbells are more than enough. It's not light. It's adequate. I mean, when I do dumbbell curls, I only use 25s to 30s. Well, maybe something like a single-armed row on a bench. Probably, I'd use more than that, but that's really not light. If you want to do my home workout program, I would get another set of 20s and another set of 10s, and you'll be good to go for all the exercises. That's 3 sets of dumbbells. You have no ability to vary your resistance. I don't know why you would just have 2 30-pound dumbbells. You need more. You need variability in your resistance because, what might be good for curl is not going to be good for a deltoid raise. I don't even use 30 pounds on a deltoid raise. All right. No, you do not want to train a lagging muscle more. You want to train the other muscles less. So if you have a lagging muscle group, training it more is not going to make it respond better because frequency seems to have no effect on muscle growth or very little. So no, training it twice a week is not going to help it. I would train all the other muscles less. That's it. So keep the same amount of volume and frequency for the lagging muscle group, but train the other muscle groups that are responding normally, train them less. So that way, all of the recovery resources go to the lagging muscle group. That's the purpose of doing that. Okay. Yeah. Oh, so you take a resistance band and do this? No, that's only going to work the rear delts. Maybe a little bit of the rhomboids, a little bit of the traps. Not really, because you need shoulder elevation. That is a band pull apart. It's only going to work the rear delts. Dude, just get a door chin up bar, or join a gym. I would recommend most people join the gym, but if you're at home, just get a door chin-up bar. You're not going to be able to work the lats effectively with bands, really. I mean, the only thing you can really do with bands is like a time static contraction. But that's about it. They suck for anything having to do with range of motion. Bands just suck. I don't know why they're popular. They're so fucking dumb. Plate neck curls. Perform with slow single. Oh, God. Do you ever recommend that plate neck curls extensions be performed with slow single set to fail? Everything needs to be performed slow. Should be. Everything should be performed to failure. Like, one set to failure doesn't apply just to some exercises. It applies to every muscle group in your fucking body. Like, it's easy. Try this the other day with 4-4 timing and had neck pain. Yeah, neck pain. This is why I don't recommend neck exercises to anybody, because it's a liability for me. Most people, they're going to need to be under the supervision of like a really qualified instructor for neck training. I just don't recommend it because I don't want to be the person that gives you a pinched nerve in your neck. So I don't know. I don't really have anything to say about that. I'm just not really gonna. So are you saying once a week is better than twice? No, I'm not saying it's better. I'm saying the research shows that there really is not much of a difference. There's really no difference between 2 training sessions a week to 3 training sessions a week. But there isn't as much of a difference as you would think with 1 training session a week to 2 training sessions a week. Considering you're training really hard. Like if you're training like a wimp, like most people do, then yeah, you're going to want more frequency. But for instance, myself with experience training to failure and knowing what I'm doing, I don't see any additional benefit training twice a week than once. Let me find the research. I'll post the link. Workout frequency. You guys think I'm making this shit up? Let me just find the link to the research. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is it. Yeah. Here it is. Well, the conclusion of this study here said, trained men that are used to training at higher frequencies could benefit from decreasing training frequency when pursuing muscle hypertrophy. So they actually found that if people are reaching a plateau and not seeing results, decreasing the frequency tends to help. I'm going to post a link to this research in the comments. Whoa. Here it is. But if you guys want to read through that, they found, more frequency is not better. All right. How should a 21-year-old beginner start getting into workout? Start with your YouTube, Patreon coaching. I would recommend doing one-on-one coaching with me first if you're really new to this. So it's a 90-minute Zoom call. And in person, I go over everything, exercise science related, nutrition related, go over your workout history, get to know you. And then based off what I find out about you, come up with a customized diet and workout plan for you. And I also make adjustments to this workout guide too, which is essential. So, you could go through all the YouTube videos, go through all the Patreon videos, but if you do one-on-one coaching with me, I'm going to save you a lot of time. That's kind of the point of it. So you don't have to learn everything and then apply it yourself. I'll just kind of do it all for you. If you want one-on-one coaching, let me put the link up. One-on-one coaching email. So I'm going to put my email address up. If you want one-on-one coaching, if you want to save yourself some time instead of going through all the videos and figuring it out on your own, hire me for one-on-one coaching. The email's at the bottom. Is beta alanine bad? No, not at all. Why would you think that? It's just an amino acid. No. Yeah. Okay. What should I do if I find myself feeling mental overtraining symptoms? Mental overtraining symptoms are likely physical too. Tired, exhausted. Yeah. Is more rest the answer? I would start off by, I always say reduce the volume of your workout first and then take more rest days. But yeah, you could do that. I would do both. Add an extra rest day, take a couple of exercises out of your workout. I almost guarantee you'll feel better. You know, I was listening to a phone conversation between John Little and Mike Mentor. If you guys don't know who John Little is, super respected author in the high intensity training space. One of the original guys, spent a lot of time with Mike Mentor, was personal friends with him. Wrote, he edited Mike Mentor's book, gave a forward to his book, and was co-author of Body by Science. So John Little's a legend. And I was listening to a phone conversation that he put on YouTube. Let me find the link to these between him and Mike. And Mike said, John, people really need to appreciate how fucking demanding training really is. And I don't think people do appreciate how stressful, and Mike was right, how stressful and demanding real exercise is. So you're kind of stunned when you start to feel tired and exhausted, and you're kind of confused why you have to take so much time in between workouts or why your workouts have to be so short. And he hit the nail on the head. People really don't appreciate how demanding this training is. So don't feel bad about taking out exercises and shortening your workouts. My upper body workout is 6 exercises, a total of 7 sets, because I do a warm up on the first exercise. It is ridiculously short. Okay. And I'm 215 pounds. I'm 5'11 and a half ish, whatever. 215 pounds. And I do 6 exercises. So you guys need to realize, if you're starting to feel wiped out, cut back, because this is way more demanding on your body than you give it credit for. So I'm going to copy and paste a link to this conversation with John Little and Mike Mentor. It's awesome. Guys, watch this. If you like high intensity training, go to John Little's page. Subscribe to John Little, because he's putting all these videos of this fucking old ass Mike Mentor content, and it's awesome. I love it. So yeah, cut back. All right, this is a lot. Should we train abs with time under tension? Okay, first of all, let me just save everybody a lot of time. Every single muscle in your body is the same. You train every muscle the same way. I don't care if they're fucking abs, calves, toes, thumb, chest, don't care. A muscle is a muscle. It responds to what it responds to. You don't change the way you train muscles based on what it is. A lot of people think that abs need to be trained differently because you were fooled by the fitness industry and infomercials who sold you bullshit on TV. So now you think you need 45 different exercises, hit it from this angle, that angle, fucking have Chuck Norris coaching you. Like, you were fooled and conditioned. So yeah, there's a lot. All right, let's see, whatever. How many full workouts per week? Okay, I told you I'm not answering those. I already answered that a million times. Soreness goes after a couple days, but I understand there's okay. Soreness is not an indication of recovery. Soreness is just a side effect of using your muscles differently. All right. Just because you're not sore doesn't mean you're recovered. Soreness should go away completely after training for a few weeks. Do you recommend THC for optimized sleep quality? Well, no, not really. And I mean, and the reason I say this, is because I researched this guy, Matthew Walker. He studied sleep. All right. It's like a sleep expert. He was on the Joe Rogan Experience, and I researched a couple other videos of him. What he says is that any sort of drugs or alcohol before you go to sleep prevents you from getting in what's called stage 2 REM sleep. And he says stage 2 REM sleep is where all the recovery and rebuilding and increases in hormones happens. So if you don't ever reach stage 2 REM sleep, you don't feel rested. THC, alcohol, even sleep aids like Ambien prevent stage 2 REM sleep, according to Matthew Walker. So if he's correct, then THC will not optimize sleep quality. It gives you, it puts you to sleep, but it doesn't allow you to enter a deep level of sleep. So research Matthew Walker sleep and kind of find out on your own. But off the top of my head, that's what I believe. I don't have enough recovery left after main exercises for biceps and triceps. Should I hit them at home between my workouts? Yeah, no, I would just take them out. I would take them out completely. The body wasn't designed to, adding a single joint extension and flexion exercise is not going to have a real profound effect on the development of your arms, in addition to the multi-joint exercises done to failure. So I would just take them out. Definitely. Yeah, and you'll notice this, that when you've been doing this for eventually your ability to fatigue your muscles improves a lot, but your ability to recover doesn't. So in almost all cases, you're going to have to reduce the volume of your workouts. I used to do a lot more exercises than I do now. Now I've cut everything down to 6 exercises for my upper body and 4 for my lower body. I'm doing a total of 10. I'm doing a total of 10 to 12 sets of exercise per week. It's like fucking nothing. And a couple of those are warm-ups. So yeah, you're going to want to cut back the volume, maybe do a split. I would just say do a split. Try the split. No, it's not overtraining if some of your hit sets take 2 to 3 minutes. The load isn't heavy enough. So here's the thing. If your time under tension, time under load exceeds 2 minutes, what the research has shown is that it's harder for you to engage fast twitch motor units. So the stimulus is not going to be as good. Between 45 seconds and 120 seconds is the sweet spot. You want to keep it in between there, because once you take a set duration so long, it kind of starts to become a steady state activity, right? It's kind of like walking. The load is not very challenging, and you're kind of just allowing your slow twitch motor units to just keep recovering throughout the set. So I would not do a set that long. No way. Yeah, antibiotics is a slow killer. I don't take them often. I take them as soon as the symptoms go away. I'm out of there. But it worked. Probably going to die next year, but it worked. All right, let's see. Opinion on sports, martial arts, swimming, etc. as recreational activities, which have the lowest impact on recovery, joints, longevity? Probably swimming. Swimming's low impact. It's water. You can't impact really with water. There's very, very minimal peak forces involved with swimming. Martial arts, dangerous. A lot of sports, basketball, even golf. That's a lot of high force swinging. Oh my God. So many of my clients were injured from golf. None of them are really going to impede on recovery as much as you would think. But for longevity and joint safety, the best recreational activity is it raining? Is probably swimming. Swimming is the safest. Swimming's the toughest too. Well, one of. What about drop sets for a hit workout? Did you ask if Chipotle is a healthy diet again? I already answered that. What about drop sets for a hit workout? You can use them, but it's not going to be any more effective drop sets. As long as you not compared to taking a muscle to failure. All right. I feel like people who bulk get bigger for some reason. Yeah, because they add fat. They're not adding more muscle. They're adding fat and more muscle glycogen, giving them the illusion of bigger muscles. If you are a bodybuilder with great genetics and steroids, bulking is going to work for you because you have steroids and great genetics. A normal, natural person with average genetics, if they try to bulk, they will just gain. Yeah, you'll get bigger. You'll get fatter. You're not going to add muscle any faster. Go try it. You're going to end up wasting your time and adding way too much fat. I'm going to go for about 9 minutes here. So if you want your questions in, geez, there's a ton of questions. So I'm going about 9 more minutes. If you guys want one-on-one coaching, email me at that email at the bottom. We'll spend 90 minutes together. I'll explain everything to you in person, answer all your questions, then build a custom diet and workout for you based on what we find about you. So if you're having trouble, hit a plateau, not seeing good results, do a coaching call with me, and we will figure it out quickly. All right, let's see what this. Any benefit to a fasted workout before breakfast versus working out after having a meal or shake in terms of hitting the caloric deficit? No. Fasted training it's a myth. Believe it or not, actually, Doug McGuff told me this. Dr. Doug McGuff, the writer of Body by Science, he told me that it seems that training in a fasted state has a better effect on IGF-1, which is insulin-like growth factor, which is one of the hormones released that aids in the muscle building process. So training fasted appears to have a better effect on that. So, but in terms of weight loss or fat loss, no, absolutely not. Because you just don't burn a lot of fat during physical activity at all. I always say it's the equivalent of emptying a swimming pool with a coffee mug. Yes, we can say that you are emptying the swimming pool, but it is such an insignificant amount that it's not even worth talking about. That's how losing fat during exercise is. I mean, you can do it fasted, but you're not going to get any noticeable significant benefit. Once a week. You said I should train non-lagging muscles less, but I'm already training them once a week. All right, well, don't train them at all. Train them once every 2 weeks then. Or, okay, say you're training them once every 7 days. Train them once every 8 days. Well, yeah. Train the lagging muscle group harder and train all the other muscle groups less. Here's the thing. You're saying it's lagging. Is it going to be brought up to the extent that you would like them to? Probably not. Like, for instance, if you have 13-inch arms and only training and training all the non-lagging muscle groups less than once a week, do you think it's going to bring you up to 16-inch arms? No, it's not. That's not. If you have really small muscle groups, chances are they're just going to remain really small. You should see what Mike Mentor looked like at 17. All right, this is how, and I'm going to look this up. So there's a lot of, hard gainers, really thin guys out there. You need to remember, these really muscular physiques were born this way. They were already muscular before they had even picked up a weight. Okay. So if you have 13-inch biceps and you're 17, 18, 19 years old, you're not going to have big arms. You're just not. So there's things you can do to optimize it, but if you're not an already muscular individual, you're just not going to be a muscular individual. I'm going to share my screen and show you. Actually, I'm going to share Chrome tab. Yeah. Am I sharing? Yeah. So, yeah, look at him on the right. That's Mike Metzer at 17. No steroids. Like, if you want a really muscular physique, this is what you have to look like in the beginning. Just is the way it is. Mike Metzer, 17 years old, no steroids, first bodybuilding competition. All right, couple more. I'm going to go about 5 more minutes. Would you consider yourself having good genetics? I have ridiculous genetics. Of course. Look. This is a Muscle Tech magazine ad. Fucking light. I'm trying to get like that. Yeah, this is good genetics. Like my genetics, if I were to take like a traditional bodybuilding steroid cycle, I'd look like a fucking gorilla in 2 months. I'd be 250 with no fat in no time. I'd look ridiculous. I have insane genetics. Any truth to needing to eat 3 to 5 meals a day to optimize protein synthesis? Research does show that spreading your protein out throughout the day is optimal for the muscle to use it for repair and building. So yeah, there is some validity to that. It's a little more effective than getting it all in one sitting. So yeah, you do want to break your protein intake up throughout the day. It's going to be more optimal. When are your supplements coming out? I think hopefully before Christmas. I got all the jars. Had to order like a zillion jars because I'm making 4,000 jars right off the bat. So I got all the jars, the lids, the labels. Labels got to go on the jars, and yeah, then we just got to run them through. So a couple weeks. Okay, let's see. This is like a critical thinking question. When I train boxing 5 times a week, 2 times a day, that's 10 times. I have in 2 years the same amount of training hours as the guy who trains boxing for 10 years, only 3 times a week. Who got better results? The guy who took longer probably did, because there's a limit to how much skill you could develop in one sitting. So when you're developing skill, you're making neural pathways in your brain, in your muscles. There's a limit to how many neural pathways you can develop in one sitting. There's a limit. So the guy training twice a day, 5 days a week, you've hit that limit probably in your first training session. That limit is way lower than people think. There's a limit to how many neural pathways you can develop in a practice session. Twice a day, 5 times a week, you are fucking way past that limit. Do you believe in God? Yeah. Yeah, of course. It's a really weird question. All right, couple more. It's about 59 minutes. I'm going to answer just a couple more questions. Again, guys, if you haven't already, join my Patreon. I'm going to put some of the exercises of my at-home workout in Patreon for people to use. Otherwise, you're going to have to pay for it. Let's see. What are some good upward push exercises at home? Do I need a bar plate? No, just a lateral dumbbell raise. It's going to hit the medial delt and the front delt. You don't need an overhead pushing exercise necessarily. You just need to work the medial delt, which is just humeral abduction, vertical humeral abduction. That's it. So with the overhead press, it's humeral abduction. Can you strengthen the jaw? Yeah, it's a muscle. Probably not all that much, but if you ever seen that Jaws thing, it's this ridiculous ball you put in your mouth and as you work out. Don't buy it, but yeah. Let's see. Would being around 10% body fat hinder my ability to build muscle? Absolutely not. Why would it? Actually, having too much fat hinders your ability to build muscle because the tissues are in competition with one another. So if you have a lot of fat, the fat cells are going to be absorbing most of the nutrients, and your muscles are not. So it's easier to build muscle when you're leaner because of the hormonal environment that you create. So I don't know where anyone would hear that. Again, keep in mind, most of the things in the fitness industry, the exact opposite is true. If someone says that having more body fat helps you gain more muscle, what's likely true is having less body fat helps you gain more muscle. People tell you to train fast, train slow. People tell you to train frequently, train infrequently. Do everything the opposite of what most people say. All right. Work out in a small apartment gym. There is a squat rack, but no leg extension or leg curl machines. Yeah. Again, but my at-home workout is coming out this week, and I have exercises for the quadriceps and the hamstrings that you can do with minimal equipment. So I'll give you one of them, but the other one is I'm going to make you earn. So for quadriceps, you could just do a wall sit and kind of slightly push your feet forward. So your feet are going to be stuck on the ground. Do a wall sit, 90 degrees, and then slightly push your toes forward. That is going to place a lot of tension on your quadriceps. That's one way to do it. Yeah. But all the other ones, I have keep watching YouTube. I'm going to drop my at-home workout this week, and I'm going to have all these exercises in there that you could do at that small apartment gym. All right, I'm going to do one more question. We're the only YouTuber who talks about these things. I always thought that time under tension was the most important thing, but didn't prioritize it. Well, and here's why, because the people who are the most intelligent when it comes to exercise, for the most part, they're in the lab doing research. They're running private training studios. They're not into the whole fitness industry. The most intelligent people when it comes to exercise are not bodybuilders. They're generally, relatively average physiques. They're just authors, researchers, scientists. They have too much shit going on to sit on YouTube. The reason I do this on YouTube is because I have the physique to back up these science-based principles, so people will actually listen to me. The people I learn from are way smarter than me. They know way more than me. But the thing is, genetics play a huge role in how you look from exercise, and they look maybe just a little bit above average. So it's very hard due to conditioning for people to look at someone that doesn't look like a bodybuilder and believe them, even though what they're saying is completely fucking right. Yeah, so I mean, the most intelligent people, they're doing other things. The most intelligent people when it comes to exercise are, a couple of exercise researchers I know. And then the other ones, like Drew Bay, he has his private hit group. He's writing books. He's writing. He doesn't have some stupid camera guy following him around doing stupid ass YouTube videos like fucking Jake Paul. I mean, they're not interested in that. So they're interested in writing books and, they're not interested in being, popular by any means. I'm not interested in being popular at all. I just want to get the information out, and I know that my physique is going to help me get the information out. That's why I do it. Honestly, I hate attention. I live a very quiet, private life, and I would prefer not to do this, but someone has to. Someone has to take the responsibility to get the right information out there. And so I manned up, and that person's going to be me. As much as I really don't want, as you guys may have noticed, I was not on YouTube for the past several years. I owned, I was running my 2 personal training studios. That took a lot of time. I didn't have the time or energy to do a YouTube video at the end of the day, running 2 personal training studios, brick and mortar studios. I did that on my own. So that's why I wasn't on YouTube for the past few years. I made some really smart financial moves to where I don't have to be in a studio anymore training people to live a comfortable life. That's why I'm able to do this now. Because, unlike a lot of people in Western society, I didn't take all my money and blow it on bullshit to try to look cool. I used it wisely so that way I could do this type of shit. All right, one more question. You think much of Athlete X? I think he understands muscle and joint function, but he has no clue what he's talking about when it comes to exercise. He's a physical therapist. His background is, again, a lot of physical therapists, complete morons, but his background is understanding muscle and joint function. I don't know. But again, you got to remember, he's got, what's he got, like 1.5 million followers? Like his goal now is just to make content because he makes his living from YouTube. Let me look him up. So, he's probably kind of past the point. 12 million subscribers. Holy shit. This guy's a millionaire off of this now. All right. Yeah. So, dude, just based on the YouTube revenue, man, that guy's making a couple $100,000 a month off of YouTube revenue. Easily. Few $100,000 a month, maybe. That's not even including his programs. That guy's probably raking in fucking $10 million a year now. Yeah, so his goal now is to just create content. It's whatever. It's his bread and butter. I don't have anything against him because, what he talks about generally is pretty decent. A lot of it's probably unnecessary, but, 5 dumbest forms of cardio, Tabata running. Yeah, some of it's right. Some of it's right. But a lot of his exercise application is kind of stupid. All right, one more. Aren't I so nice? You know what I get out of this? Nothing. I just kind of like talking about this, honestly. That's why I do this. What's your thoughts on calisthenics? Well, here's the thing. People don't really seem to know what the proper definition of calisthenics is. What calisthenics is a kind of a body movement that's performed repetitively in a rhythmic fashion, like a jumping jack or burpees. That's what calisthenics is. Calisthenics is not body weight exercises. Dips, chin-ups, push-ups are not calisthenics. All right? Because I've had someone say, like, are calisthenics good for building muscle? And I said, no. And they said, well, why? You recommend chin-ups and push-ups and dips. And I'm like, well, those are not calisthenics. Those are body weight exercises. Calisthenics are things like jumping jacks and burpees. Those are stupid. They do not generate enough muscle fatigue to stimulate muscle. They just don't. So pointless. Things like push-ups, dips, chin-ups, all that, yeah. Great exercises. And they're all going to be in my home workout course. Thanks for the super chat, man. Appreciate that. All right. Unless anybody wants to super chat me, I'm going to wrap it up here. But if you want, another question or two, just drop a super chat. It's 5:30. I gotta order a pizza. No, I'm just kidding. If you haven't already, follow me on Instagram, _J_Vincent. Got a lot of content going on there. And if you want to, yeah, exactly. You meant chin-ups, pull-ups when I said calisthenics. No. Those are not calisthenics. Those are body weight exercises. What are my thoughts? Very effective. Very effective if you do them right. Like chin-ups, pull-ups, push-ups, dude, super effective if you do them right. And again, if you want one-on-one coaching, email me, biofitny@gmail.com. I will explain all of this to you face-to-face in a way that you could understand. So if you're having trouble with your workout, and also I'll build you a custom workout based on what we talk about. So you can meet me in person. We'll talk one-on-one for an hour and a half. My dog is a beast if you want to meet him. He's right there being a damn lunatic. Yeah, we'll talk one-on-one during our coaching session. I'll come up with a plan for you based on what's going to work best for you. So if you want to do that, email me, biofitny@gmail.com. If you want to see all the exclusive content and exclusive videos that I don't put on YouTube, patreon.com/Jay Vincent. Yeah. And until next time, guys, I'll be dropping the at-home workout this week available. When I drop it, I'll give you my email address. Just email me for it. I'm going to be charging a small amount of money for it, but it's going to be the best at-home workout you could possibly do. Like I said, just filming it kicked my ass. I had to break up the exercises. I couldn't even do it. So keep a lookout for that. And until then, I'll see you guys soon. Take care.